everybody, and welcome back to Movie Talk here on the Vocek Experience, where idiots are still always us. Always me. Always. Since you clicked on the title, you already know what we're going to be talking about, and of course, it's Godzilla vs. Kong, the fourth, much-anticipated film of Legendary's MonsterVerse series, which is also potentially the last film in Legendary's MonsterVerse series, but that all depends on Toho, the original company in Japan that owns the rights to Godzilla. We'll see what happens and see how this movie does, but it all depends on how much money this movie makes. But before I talk about this movie in any way, I must warn you, there is a possibility, actually a strong possibility, that there will be spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to know anything about the spoilery, go back, watch the movie, and then come back and watch this. But in any case, if you don't care about spoilers, if you've already seen the movie and you just want to hear some idiot ramble on about something that he just watched about an hour ago, this is the place for you, and stay right here and just keep on watching. So as the movie opens, we find out that Skull Island, where Kong lives, something happened to it where these storms kind of decimated the island, so they have Kong in this kind of like a habitat that they built for him that resembles Skull Island, and the natives are all but gone except for one little girl who is deaf and is able to communicate with Kong through sign language. We also find out about this company called Apex that's doing some kind of weird stuff that this guy who's like a podcaster is like kind of like secretly infiltrating the company to find out. You know, nobody knows who he is, but he's doing this podcast and he's trying to uncover what exactly is going on. And then of course this Godzilla comes and attacks this company just out of nowhere, just that company where it is. And when that's done, he, goes back, into the water and goes away. So something's up there. But in the course of all this, we go back to the Hollow Earth theory that we saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters, where these titans, as they're called, live. And, it's basically just, it's a hollow place under the surface of the earth that has like all this weird habitats and stuff in there that the titans can live in. And of course this company also wants to find this energy source that's supposed to be in Hollow Earth. So, and then of course with Godzilla on the rampage and them trying to find out what's going on with this power source that they want to try to find in Hollow Earth, they think, oh well, maybe Kong knows the way to get there, because apparently there's some energy barrier with gravity or something that can't you just can't fly into unless you want to be all twisted around and crushed and all this stuff. It's all weird monster scientific stuff, So they go and they get Kong, and they're transporting him on the ocean to try to get Kong to go into the Hollow Earth so they can follow him and find this energy source. And of course, this little girl that's deaf that can communicate with Kong, she's there too. And of course, while they're on the boat and everything, Godzilla attacks and monster mayhem ensues, which I will say, I love the visual effects in this movie. The monster fights, they kind of blew me away. So, when that's all said and done, they lead Kong to where he needs to go, into the Hollow Earth and everything. At this point, we also see the facility where they're doing this weird stuff at Apex, and it turns out to be a robot Godzilla, hence the name Mechagodzilla. And they need this power source so they can power the mecha. So meanwhile, Kong basically he finds where he's from, his real home in Hollow Earth, and retrieves an axe that also has one of Godzilla's dorsal fins in it that somehow powers with something underneath the earth that gives it its power, along with somehow it's still connected to Godzilla somehow. But I'm not going to give away too much about the movie, but basically it all centers, it gets into Hong Kong, and Godzilla is like, I'm sensing there's something here, and Godzilla blasts a hole down into Hollow Earth where Kong gets out, and more mayhem ensues. Great monster battles. The city, of course, nothing left after it's all over and done with. But Godzilla and Kong, they duke it out, and basically Kong gets the crap kicked out of him, and then Mechagodzilla shows up, and Godzilla gets the crap kicked out of him, and of course at the end, Mechagodzilla is defeated, and Godzilla and Kong have an understanding, and they go their separate ways. Kong goes back to his home and the center of the earth. Godzilla goes back to his water domains, and pretty much that's the movie. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail on what's all going on in the movie because I actually want you to go watch the movie too. But I also wanted to tell you a little bit about what's going on to kind of get you interested there. But I will say the scenes where it's the humans, it does slow the movie down some. But when the monsters are on the screen, holy monster mayhem. Holy crap. It's all in, it's basically, a Royal Rumble with monsters. In fact, I just may watch this movie again in a couple of days just to see the monster mayhem again. But as far as this movie goes compared to the previous three movies, it does build on those previous movies all coming to a head in this one. There's some callbacks. There's a little Easter eggs from different movies that are thrown in here. We see Kong bigger than he's ever been. And like I said, the visual effects in this movie are outstanding, especially when it comes to the monsters themselves. You almost think that they are real breathing creatures. And also I want to let you know too that this isn't exactly a remake of the old 60s King Kong versus Godzilla, but it's a modern take on it. If you have seen the original 1960s movie of King Kong versus Godzilla, you'll definitely know where they're paying homage to that movie in this one. And all in all, I think I'd give this movie a rating of 8 out of 10. If the story with the human characters was just a little bit better and not so slowed down and bogged down, I would, give it a higher rating. But because of that, the human aspect of it, which of course, I really watch these movies for the monster action, and I know that that's what it basically is for these kind of movies. But I just wish that they would, just put a little bit more story in there for them to do rather than just being there to be like, oh my God, monsters coming, chaos. Which is basically, what happens. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not there for a reason, because they are. They're there to move the story along in other areas, but I just think that they should have been involved a little bit more. It should have been a little bit more exciting. But all in all, like I said, 8 out of 10. Great, solid movie. I would watch this movie over and over and over again. It's right up there with the other movies in the Legendary series. So with that, that's my little review, my little take on it. Like I said, some spoilers, but not all. I didn't want to spoil the whole movie, and I didn't want to talk about the whole movie scene by scene, just some different parts to let you know how, where it all goes. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend that you see it. It's currently in theaters, and it's also showing on HBO Max. So if you're able to see it, I recommend it. All right, with that, I hope you enjoyed that little rant on by this little idiot talking about some monsters clashing in Godzilla vs. Kong. But anyway, as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you get notified of future videos. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon link. That's down below. And of course, if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link for that is down below. And TikTok, that link is also down below. And Twitter, you can follow me there. That's down below. And Facebook, you can also follow me there. That link is also down below. And if you're looking for some merch, I got some of that for you too. That's also down below. I hope you find what you're looking for if you're looking for it. If that makes sense. But anyway, that's going to about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next one. Enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong, and I will see you later. Have a good day, and bye.